One of the other things that's very representative of this community is the natural product market space that's come out of our community. I think this next company is one of the powerhouses in this space. I saw Joshua speak at TEDx Boulder last year, and his journeys around the world and his visions of biomimicry and the attention to detail to find the best, most sustainable products that go into Pangea Organics is impressive. And not only is it impressive, it is the only complete line of products that are 100% USDA organic certified, and I've been dying to use this word, efficacious. That means they work. Not just work, these products actually are incredibly good for you, and they work better than other products. And when you're putting things on your skin, it's super important. There was a recent study that said every day women put over 515 chemicals in their body. I hope you take a look at Pangea to see if you might change that.
My name is Joshua Scott Onysko, and I'm the founder and CEO of Pangea Organics. The problem that Pangea is trying to solve is making organic, safe products available to the masses. The Pangea social selling model will be utilizing a network of wellness advisors that will be selling the products to their own direct and indirect communities. This process will create great wealth for the wellness advisors themselves, as well as all stake and shareholders of Pangea. Pangea has always believed that the fringe predicts the future, so we've always offered a living wage in healthcare to all of our employees. We've also always believed in using safe organic ingredients to make our products. After all, your skin is your largest organ, and it's absorbing up to 87% of what you put on it. So if you wouldn't eat it, you probably shouldn't be putting it on your skin. We also support organic agriculture in over 50 different countries and occupying over 600,000 acres of land globally. My name is Joshua, and I foresee a Denver that embraces stewardship over ownership and leadership over power.
Well, Onysko, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. I kept hearing that noise backstage, and I was like, why is everyone hitting a golf ball after they're done talking? So it's great to see all you folks tonight. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our company and what we're planning to do in the future. I started Pangea after dropping out of high school and spending several years traveling and working, mostly in developing countries. And I realized one of my passions was really learning where things came from. And right before I left for India at one point, I was visiting my mom, and she was convinced I wasn't coming back. And we ended up making a batch of soap as a bonding project before I left. And obviously I came back. And I was traveling through most of Asia and India, and I realized how many of these ingredients came from developing countries. And after about 2 years of traveling, I moved to Boulder, Colorado, and I decided that I wanted to start a company based around my own beliefs, both environmentally and socially on a sustainable level. And I soon realized that in America, as he was saying earlier, the average American puts over 193 chemicals on their body a day. There's over 100,000 chemicals being used in the skin and body care industry, and less than 10% of them have ever been checked or tested for safety. And as I started looking into the skincare industry, I realized that our skin is our largest organ. It's absorbing 87% of what we put on it, so if we wouldn't eat it, and we couldn't pronounce it, which are most of these ingredients, why would we be putting it on our skin? So I quickly went to work and started formulating skincare, and in 2006, we launched the brand Pangea Organics. Over the past couple years of doing a lot of public speaking, people kept coming up to me asking me why Pangea was not a social selling company or a direct sales company. And after probably about 24 people asking me this question, I started researching this industry that's actually been around for 123 years. And I quickly realized that we have an extremely and passionate consumer base. We have 25,000 fans on Facebook that are not afraid to post what they're thinking at any given moment, including things that don't pertain to Pangea. And we have over 50,000 people in our online database. And so I started realizing, why don't we empower these people to tell the stories about Pangea, to take the stories of the farmers from the 52 different countries that we source ingredients from. Pangea supports over 500,000 acres of organic agricultural land to produce the ingredients that we use in our products. And we started putting together a plan that basically empowers people to do what they love. How many people here like to share things online? How many people use Facebook? How many people told their community online in the last 20 minutes what they were doing and where they were and why? Everyone back there. So we're basically taking this power of where we're going naturally and empowering people to actually create wealth in their life, selling a product they believe in. How many people here want to make a living selling something that they actually can get behind? Something that supports women cooperatives in developing countries, something that allows their friends and family to make better decisions on the products that they're using, and not just skin and body care, everything, supplements, food, nutritional products. All of these things are possible when we put the power of marketing and sales in the hands of the people that actually believe and are impassioned about the products they're using. And that's our business plan moving forward. I gave you guys an extra minute and a half to grill me.
So with Galvanize and the i4c campaign, the prize, the $50,000, the time in the incubator, what would you do with that money to really change and transform what you're doing today to get the best ROI out of that opportunity if you were to win?
That's a great question. So there's two main things we're doing. The first thing we have to do is build a team of executives and staff that have built a social selling company before. The other great thing about these companies is a lot of the company is based around a website. So for example, if I became a wellness advisor, which are the people selling Pangea, I would have a website called www.pangeaorganics.com/Joshua Scott Onysko. And so people can use that website on their Facebook, on their Twitter accounts to start educating their community or selling products at a home party. And that website and the hiring that we're going to be doing is where the initial funds are going.
Joshua, I got to piggyback that question. You make the best soap in the world.
Stop
You're already multiple millions of dollars in revenue company. $50,000 doesn't seem to add up for what your global vision for the traction you already have. Is this the right place to be pitching, and why? Because I know it was intentional, but I want to know why.
Absolutely. I mean, it's like anything else. You have to start somewhere. And my vision behind Pangea is always to remain independent. So a lot of times that means taking a lot of smaller checks instead of a few larger ones. I really truly believe that I don't want to live in a world in the future that 99% of the brands are owned by 3 conglomerates. I feel like we need independence, and we need products that people can get behind, and they're not afraid that they're going to sell out to Procter & Gamble and drop all the different social and environmental things that we're doing in the future.
Are there other examples of products that started at retail like yours and got a following and then went to the social marketing?
Yeah, we researched this, and there has been a couple different brands that have started at retail and have slowly moved over to social selling, and it's definitely tricky. It's definitely one of the things that we're trying to figure out, and we are going to stay in some of our retail and have an arm that's direct sales as well.
Can you, I think one of your most powerful tools is the education part, the skin being the largest organ and not putting something on that organ that you wouldn't eat. I think that's compelling. And part of your strategy has to be educating the consumer. And so talk to us about how you get that message out, which will then obviously support the individuals who will be selling your product to the communities.
Absolutely. That's a great question, and one of the things that makes these companies really successful is creating a duplicatable message. So it can't be, the people out there selling the product know every single attribute of every single ingredient in every single product. It needs to be a simpler message. It needs to be, I've been using these products, this is a clean line, but they don't use any synthetics, it's safe, the products work. Are you kicking me off?
You're doing too good.
And so that's a lot of it, is creating a very simple message that people can take out, and our website is going to hold most of the data on if people want to dive deeper. It's always been my vision to create a brand that the more people dig into it, the happier they get, not the more they dig into it, the more unsatisfied they get.
Joshua Onysko, Pangea Organics. Great
Thanks,
job.
brother.